Hello everyone, today is Sunday the 24th of August, and today we're going to take a look at the three indices in this video of the DAX, the Nasdaq, and the S&P. As we already went over the long-term counts last week, which I bored you to death, today we're just going to be focusing on the intraday and see what has happened this week, if the count have been playing out. Spoiler, yes they have, but could have been luck, who knows. And we're going to see where we are right now and where we could be headed as usual using the Elliott Wave Theory. Now, a minute, if I'm gonna be posting here on YouTube just one video per week. It might be indices, it might be cryptos, it might be gold, I don't know, because I've started a Patreon, and as you can see, it's $12.69 a month euros, and I will be posting Elliott Wave reports, videos, bailing videos on US stocks, indices, gold, and the major cryptocurrencies. As a matter of fact, you can see here I've been posting videos basically on a daily basis of major US stocks. These are about 20 minutes long video, and then twice a week I update cryptos and the indices in detail. So if you want to stay updated, I'll see you there. So let's get started with the DAX. So with the DAX, if you remember, we were looking for this potential wave form. Now, I've taken a look at it in details, even though it may not seem like it because you don't see subways, but as I've been saying for the past week, I don't label them, I see them. So the problem is, this is 3 up, 3 down, 3 up. Okay, so is a bottom in place here? Question mark. So the only way a bottom is in place here is if this is a 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, if this is 1, we need 5 waves in here, right? I see 3. Okay? 3 waves a trend don't make, hence it's not a wave 1. It can't be. Which is why I'm sticking to the triangle scenario as we keep on moving 3, 3, 3, 3. Right now, what we're expecting is something like this, to then eventually bottom, and then have another high into wave 5. Okay. Now you may be wondering, and I think I also mentioned it, could we have had a wave 4 here and 5 here? Well, the problem, it's still the same. If we're looking for a wave 5, we're looking for a 5-wave subdivision, but this is 3, so it can't be a wave 5. Now, unless you want to, I mean, the only way you can see a top here, it's if you put wave 3 here, wave 4 here, and wave 5 here. Okay, so basically 5 is here. So if you do this, which is possible, then you're left with what though? Like a complex correction playing out, maybe this. So as a matter of fact, what I'll do is, because it's also starting to move too much, sideways, so kind of compromising the count. You can move this here easily. As a matter of fact, you could do this. Yeah, I like this better. So I will label it as an alternative count, but so far this is going to be my preferred one. All right, next one is Nasdaq, which is going to be very similar to the S&P. So with this count, which is going to be the preferred one, we also have, which is a slight variation, this one, where we have a 1, 2 with a truncated fifth. Remember, we already talked about it last week about the possibility of this truncated fifth, how rare it is, how some stocks appear to have it, so on and so forth. And here wave 4. Now, what is nice about this wave 4 is how it touched the middle line of the trend channel. So there is some, possibility it is way forward this degree, but preferred one is still going to be this one. Now let's zoom in and investigate closer. What I looked at is, as usual, the primary question should be, is wave 4 in place here? Question mark. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And as I mentioned, 7 swings equals corrective. 3, 7, 11 is corrective. 5, 9, 13 is impulsive. So that is some sort of a A or W. Now, can we count 5 up? No, I couldn't. I could only count 3. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for C. Okay? And here I could count 5 down into wave C. Hence, it's possible we have a bottom in place. I then investigated into the 15 minutes. Now, pay attention. The more that we zoom in, the higher is the probability of a mistake. I have to say that. So, what I could come up with was some sort of a leading diagonal into wave 1, a very ugly correction here, some sort of flat correction in wave 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 for 3. Very nice. Looking for this, and now further upside. So at that point, what I'd be looking for, could happen on Monday, is a top in wave 5, which could be wave 1 of, so minuet wave 1 of minute wave 5. Okay? Working with the numbers, yeah, I guess, yeah, right now we're at 23.5, so the next one will be 23 once we get to the, I think it's sub-minor group 2, so it's 23.65 here, and then all of those here, 65, so it's 23, 65, 23, 72, 23, 80. Okay, perfect. The S&P is kind of similar. This one, it's kind of similar. Same thinking behind. Let me go to the hourly first. Same thing. So you guys know the count. We're looking for another top in, another move higher in wave 5. We stand at 6,500, which is, as you guys know, very important. I went through the same thinking process to try to identify this correction. Same thing. Here it's kind of a bit more complicated to count 5. You can count 5 if you want, but you can also label it as a complex. Works either way, and I don't think it's that important. What is important is that we identify whether it's a correction or not. Here again, 3 up, down, 5 up, so it's 3. So basically what I did is trying to make sure, as sure as I could be, that this wave 4 was not in place here. Okay, that was the key point. Here also we have 0.618, Y against W or C against A, depends on how you want to label it. And here we have pretty much the same move to the upside of the S&P. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Okay. As a matter of fact, you could even have 1, 2. No, okay, that could work. That could work. And again, would we be completing? So is this going to complete a sum minuet wave 1 of minuet wave 5? Possible, but gotta be careful because you never know. Sorry. I always forget to breathe when I do this video. All right. Last but not least, the Dow, which I don't know why I skipped. So with the Dow was the most bullish ones from last week, and as you can see, it played out. So not much to add. I'll take you back in case you missed last week's video for the short term. Looking for a 1, 2, and then 1, 2. That is the preferred count. And then here we were looking for, here 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. Looking for upside into wave 5. It looks like we could be close. As a matter of fact, it looks like we are close to this wave 5. Now, it's always the same question. Is this going to be this minuet wave 5 of 1? Or is it going to be wave 5 of 1? And then we get further upside here. I wish I could answer. Who knows? But I genuinely wouldn't have an answer to that, because I just don't know. Given the fact we would be reaching some sort of equality of 5 against 1, which is a very common target for wave 5s here, 46,500 basically, which actually a pretty nice number if you think about it, because it ends with 65. It could be possible, especially as we are looking for a larger top in place in the indices. So guess time will tell, but it looks like, I mean, the Dow could be more limited to the upside compared to the others, okay, for the time, so the week ahead. Now, just so you know, I also gonna record the crypto videos and gold if it needs an update, unless it's still correcting. And then I was suggested some stocks which I looked at. They look very interesting, so something pretty good is gonna come on the way. Some very interesting setups, maybe today or tomorrow at most. I mean, the market is gonna be closed either way, so no worries, but just wanted to let you know. All right, thank you guys.